Hey, my name is Peggy McKee and I'm a nationally known recruiter and career coach. And what I've noticed are a lot of candidates making a very serious mistake in their interview, and I want to share what that mistake is with you so that you can make sure it's not happening in yours. And that is, candidates do a great job of preparing for the interview. They do a lot of research, they come to the interview, they put in a lot of thought, time, preparation, and effort into doing well in the interview. And then at the last of the interview, they fail to ask the key question. And what is that question? It's called closing. Closing is a sales word. But guess what? In the job interview, you are selling. You're selling you to that company, to that hiring manager. And so if closing is necessary in another sales world, it's necessary in this job interview. Because what it does is it allows you to really gauge what has happened in that interview and then react according to that. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean when I'm saying closing? Well, closing is asking for the next step. Now, a lot of people think that's asking for the job, but that's really not what I'm interested in having you do. I want you to ask for the next step in the process. In the interview, I want you to ask, what are the steps of their interview process? What will happen after this interview and after that interview and then after that one? Because then you'll know what to ask for at each step, right? So if you're in a phone interview, then you want to say, based on this conversation, Miss X, I've got to tell you, I'm super excited about the role. I know I'm going to excel because of ABC. Can you see me being in this role, being successful in this role? Is there any reason why you wouldn't move me forward? Can we go ahead and schedule time for us to meet next week in a face-to-face interview? Okay, so now, that's like a phone interview. Let's say that you're in a face-to-face interview. The meeting's about to wrap up. You can tell the manager's looking at his watch. He's, it's time for the next candidate or whatever. And your sweaty palms, and it seems like you've got to go. So, you could just wrap it out of there and just head on to the door and hope things work out. Or you could take a moment to be very thoughtful because this is your career and it's very personal, it's very important. And you might say, Mr. Manager, I've enjoyed this time with you here today. I hope that you can tell that I put a lot of time and energy and effort into preparing for this interview. And I can tell you that I'm super excited about the role, even more so now that I've found out more about the role. Can you see me being a fantastic addition to your team? Can you see me being someone who would thrive in your environment? Can we move me forward to the next step? Is there any reason why you wouldn't move me forward to the next step? Now that's kind of a negative close there, but these are all closing lines and they allow you to gauge where you're at in the interview so that you can react to it. A lot of people won't do this. It requires a lot of commitment, a lot of courage, and a lot of just sheer guts and determination to ask that question, but who is worth it more than you in your job search? So what I want for you is to learn to use these closing lines in your interviews, as it will really improve your job search and it will get you to the offer quicker. I also want to let you know that I have a 1-hour webinar that's free for you that you must come to learn more tips about how to excel in this interview process. So right below this video is a link to my webinar. Please sign up for it. I want to help you. I want to give you some more of these cutting-edge tips and techniques so you can get the offer in your next job interview. I look forward to seeing you at that webinar. See you at the top.